just wanted to record a quick video for day one of a 14-day challenge I'm doing that happens to fall during my trip to Brazil. So I wanted to catch you up on where I am right now. I'm actually in the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport in Terminal D, and I wanted to show you how my packing turned out. This is for a 2-week trip. All of that's carry-on and it's with me, so I'm pretty happy about that. I'm actually really exhausted right now. It's kind of hard to sleep when you know you're getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go to Brazil. It's really exciting. So I'm exhausted, but I actually managed to read a book and a half on my first flight. So I don't know. I'm having a great time so far. Really relieved to have a nice airport for my first layover. This is the first of 3 flights. My next one is to Miami, and then from there we go to Salvador. So I will be keeping you posted, but for day one of solo travel, my journey to Salvador, I'd have to say I'm having a pretty awesome time. Take care. Bye. It is day 2, and I'm now in Salvador de Bahia, Brazil. And I just wanted to record a quick video to update you. I traveled for about 20 hours, give or take, from the time I left LA to when I arrived in Brazil. So pretty exhausted at the moment. Still tried to get out and make the most of today. I met up with a friend who is from my area who's also visiting, and I met up with my hostess, and we had lunch together. We walked around the town, had coconut water, and came back. And then my friend and I ventured out to the beach here, which is absolutely beautiful. I believe it was called Praia na Boracau. Gorgeous. So we stayed there for a little under an hour, and I think the fatigue just started to really set in and get to me. So as much as I feel like these are not ideal conditions for me to be making a video, it's important to show that it can honestly just be very tiring and draining at the beginning of a trip when you have to make 3 connections. Luckily, I did sleep on the last flight pretty well. I really have nothing but great things to say about my overnight flight. And I actually had a really smooth time getting in here thanks to my hostess, who actually had a taxi waiting for me at the airport. I was expecting to be bombarded when I came out of the terminal, and it was actually pretty simple. Just a few taxis, but no one really trying to rush you one way or the other. So I thought that was very nice. It's very beautiful here, and it's overwhelming. So it's just going to take a few days to figure out, get my bearings, you know, where to find a taxi, where I like to go for meals. I found a supermarket today, so that's great, not far away. There's a McDonald's. I'm not a huge fast food person, especially when abroad, but sometimes it's just reliable to know, okay, I can get a cup of coffee here, so I'll keep that in mind. And looking into some other places, there's just logistics to figure out when you need to get money, how you should carry things around, what you should be mindful of. So that's what's going through my mind on day 2. I'm really looking forward to having some sleep. I should be looking a lot more energetic in future videos. But for right now, I'm going to take care of myself and get some rest. Alright, have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay. Hi everyone. This is my second day in Rio. This is my friend Darlene from Los Angeles. Wave, Darlene. Darlene's been here for 3 weeks, and she's been super brave. She already knows all the areas like the back of her hand. And she's a true testament that you can have a great time in Brazil if you don't speak the language. Right now, she's tons more courageous than I am, and she is like whipping my behind into shape. She's like, Portia, come on, get out there and live. I'm like, I'm tired. I've been super sleepy. I got really jet lagged today, but I'm going to get out there. I'm going to make her proud. So right now, we're in Pelourinho, and we are going to go to the Teatro Miguel Santana right here to see Ballet Folklorico. So this is going to be the first, you know, cultural exposure for me, and we're just really looking forward to having a good time. So thank you so much for following my journey, and I look forward to showing you some more things. Okay, boa noite.
Boa noite.
Sim.
Hi, this is Portia. I am taking tonight from Bahia in Salvador. So we got out a bit tonight. Let's see, what did we do today? We went to the beach for a couple of hours, hung out. I'm probably starting to get a suntan here. We came back and we went to the mall, cooled off in the air conditioning. I'm not much of a shopper, so we really just walked around. Then we came out here Bahia, there's a lighthouse here. I think it's called Fajo de Baja. And so we actually watch the sunset, and the nice thing is everyone sits and watches the sunset, and then as soon as the sun sets, they actually applaud as if to like applaud the completion of a day. So that was super nice. I enjoyed the reverence towards nature. And so after that, we just sat around for a while, tried a couple of different snacks today, some acai, some cheese on a stick, and some type of sandwich. So now we are actually at an outside bar near the beach, and we're getting moqueca. It's sort of a fish and shrimp stew that we're ordering, one fish, one shrimp, and we're having some capiroscas, which is a caipirinha with vodka. So great night. I am finally starting to feel alive. I actually slept half of the day away. So just wanted to let you know I'm enjoying myself. You can see Baja in the back. You see the Ferris wheel. Having a good time, enjoying a good time with friends, and taking it all one day at a time. So I hope this encourages you to find adventure wherever you go, and take care. Talk to you soon. Good night. Quick video from Valencia. I'm currently on my way to Boipeba, and we're waiting for about an hour for the speedboat in back of us to be ready. So just wanted to show you that I'm outside enjoying life and getting to a quieter place, which I think is what my soul was calling for. So I will update you from my destination, but just wanted to say hi. This is paradise. Welcome to Boipeba. So we're watching an amazing, beautiful sunrise right now. I am absolutely loving my time here. There's maybe 5 people out here on the beach with me. It'll be busier later today because it's Easter weekend. But I'm having an amazing time doing nothing. Just enjoying beautiful, clear water and life. So I will send more video later. Just wanted to show you that I'm having a great time. Take care. Bye. Happy Easter from Portia. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I love you, and I am doing just fine. I'm on the island of Boipeba and just having a relaxing Sunday. Listened to some gospel music, did some devotionals, just a lot of thought and relaxing. So I'm very happy, and just wanted to take a moment to share my surroundings with you. Love you. Have a wonderful day. Happy Easter. Bye. Hi, this is Portia. This is my halfway point of the trip. It's day 8. I just made my way back to Salvador from Boipeba, and I just wanted to do a brief check-in to let you know how the trip is going and how it is matching up with my initial expectations. First of all, if you hear some chatter in the background, I'm actually next door to a school, so the kids are pretty active from about, 7 a.m. until about 6 p.m. So let's see. When I came to Brazil, I had thought about doing this trip for 15 years. Actually, since the last time I visited, when I went to Rio in 2000. And I've always wanted to come back to Salvador to experience the culture and the history of the African diaspora. I think that I set myself up a bit in those expectations because you can read a tour book and it can tell you what you're going to experience and what it believes it can deliver to you. But you're always going to be a human being going into a complex situation with millions of other people who are going on about their lives. There's no red carpet that's rolled out to welcome you in, no perfect travel experience. It's not suddenly moderate temperature-wise. You have to get in where you fit in a very bustling culture and make your way for yourself. That being said, I'm pretty happy with a lot of the decisions I made. So before coming, I actually researched several of the options I've explored on this trip. They included things like going to Boipeba, going to the national park in Bahia called Chapada Diamantina, and going to Iguazu Falls in the southwestern portion of Brazil, which I'm actually not going to do. So since I had all of that research done, once I was here, it was pretty easy to start sending messages out to people and to try to customize the trip according to my needs. One reason that's easier is because I'm actually coming during a low travel season. It's pretty much fall here, not temperature-wise, but season-wise. And so there's not as many people moving around. Last weekend was an exception because it was Easter, and I actually got pretty lucky to get the bookings that I needed. I had actually planned to be in town, and then I was able to go out of town. So that's definitely a good tip. So let's see. I spent about 3 days in Salvador. I went to the island of Boipeba for about 4 days and 3 nights. I'm now back in Salvador for 2 days. One of the reasons for that is because I did not pack 2 weeks worth of clothes. I packed about 8 days, so it's time to do laundry. I also wanted to make sure that I had time to experience Salvador, but since it's such an overwhelming city, I wasn't really sure how I wanted to go about that. Even though I do know a little Portuguese, I don't know nearly as much as I used to. So it's a little difficult navigating around the city. I am actually going to go on a free walking tour tomorrow with a guide and a photographer. And it's a really cool movement. I'll be sure to post more information, but I'm very excited about taking this tour of some of the lesser known spots that you don't get exposure to on the typical tours. So I will do that tomorrow, and then Wednesday morning, most likely, I'll head to Chapada Diamantina. I've already reserved another posada there, thanks to Hidden Posadas, which is an excellent website. I've actually been in touch with the owner and gotten some great recommendations, including my place in Boipeba, which was Posada Santa Clara. So I will be in Chapada Diamantina, I believe, for about 4 days and 3 nights, and then I'll head back to Salvador for my last day and a half or so. I'm pretty happy with this itinerary, but I have to say it came together because I wasn't wedded to any particular idea, but I had done my research. So I absolutely am happy with that approach, even though once you're on the ground, there's all types of frustrations you've never anticipated. So that's about it. That's what I wanted to share with you today. As for me this evening, I think I just want to get out and have a good meal because I had a lot of travel today. And I wanted to share one highlight with you before I close. My trip back from Boipeba to Salvador was very interesting. I actually was seated on a bus. I got the very last seat near the toilet. So make sure you book bus tickets early to get good seats. And about halfway through the trip, a group of people, I think there was 3 people, decided to make a makeshift seat between my seat and the toilet. So I had about 3 people sitting on top of each other and right next to me. And as you can imagine, I'm not used to that. So inside I was fuming a little bit. Not a little bit, a lot. And afterwards, I went to get on the ferry with hundreds of other people, and it had to have been 100 degrees. It was so hot. And I was just trying to check in with myself mentally and hang in there and remind myself that, traveling is a humbling experience and it does test your sensibilities. And I'm sitting on this ferry, and suddenly out of nowhere, this group of young people start doing spoken word. They're called Grupo Resistencia Poética. And they did this amazing poem on Black Pride. I picked up pieces of it, and it was spectacular. Everyone applauded for them at the end. And I just thought, wow, sometimes you have to just get out there, and you have to be in a situation that's a little uncomfortable to get exposed to something amazing like that. So I hope you enjoyed that little gem from my day, and I hope you're having a wonderful day where you are. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Day 9. I'm in Salvador. I'm so tired. I literally cannot make a video. Let's see. I'll try to give you the quick rundown of my day. Around 8 o'clock this morning, we started out by heading to the Federal University of Bahia for a dance class where we did movement for a few minutes. It's been really fun to attend classes here that are based on physical activity because you don't actually need a language to understand them. And there was a woman that came over and sat with me and introduced herself because it was her first time in the class. I thought it was really cool just how in that environment, how easy it was to get to know someone else. Also hung out with a couple of other people that were friends of my hostess afterwards. So that was fun. From there, I went down to Praça de Sé. I wanted to get back into Pelourinho. I knew I was planning to take a walking tour today, but wanted to have some time to myself before that just to explore Pelourinho and Salvador. So I got in to Pelourinho. I did a quick lunch al kilo. That's basically by the pound in the US, and it's a very effective way for me to eat Brazilian food because I don't feel like I have to stuff myself like a buffet. So I had a lot of lentils, legumes, rice, vegetables, and fruit, which is my preferred way of eating down here. So after that, I tried to walk around to a few museums, and I'd have to say I've passed one of the museums at least 4 or 5 times. It took a long time to get it right, but I think I got a huge workout in the process. And so I went to a few churches, a few museums, which was good. That was part of my intentions in being here. And then I joined the Salvador Free Walking Tour, which is a completely unique tour experience because they try to introduce you to the parts of Salvador that are not a part of the traditional tourism experience. So you're actually seeing how people live that really helps you understand the poverty of the country. I think they said it's one of the poorest cities in Latin America, so it just heightens your awareness. We saw a lot of abandoned buildings that are very beautiful on the outside, but may have been burned or just have not been repurposed and used. We saw the old financial district. One of the more ironically beautiful things we saw was trees actually growing out of buildings that were no longer occupied. So it was a huge walking day for me, but that gave me a chance to meet a lot of other people traveling from English-speaking countries, Australia. I think we had someone from Austria, actually. Let's see. We had England and Canada, and then, of course, the U.S. So that was pretty much the day, and afterwards we all got together at a cafe and had dinner and capirosca, and I think I had an omelet, Spanish omelet. It's been a while since I had that. So now I'm exhausted and I'm leaving very early in the morning to go to Chapada Diamantina. So that is day 9. Hanging in there, having a great time. All right. Hope you're well. Take care. Goodbye. Good evening, everyone. I believe we are now into day 10. Wow, 10. This is a long trip. So I am actually in Lençóis tonight in Brazil. I just took about a 6-hour bus ride from Salvador. We woke up about 2 o'clock this morning and the power had gone off. And we also heard around that time a very torrential downpour and thunderstorm. And it rained, I would say, probably for about 7 or 8 hours straight. So by the time we woke up in the morning, we had slept through the night without the fan, so it was pretty hot, and we had a lot of puddles to walk through. So it was an interesting morning, but it actually reminded me of how far I'd come because it didn't really bother me. I was just really happy that I had packed for my trip the night before, that I had, taken care of as many things as I could have so that in the morning, all I really had to do is eat. Initially, I wanted to come to Chapada at 6 a.m. and something just kept telling me not to rush it. And once all of that happened, I was glad I hadn't. So I actually took the 1 o'clock bus and spent the morning with one of my hostesses' friends and had a great time. So Chapada Diamantina is a national park in the state of Bahia. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful nature. And so I'm looking forward to getting into some activities tomorrow. But for tonight, my main mission is just to get some dinner before I go to sleep. I was really happy when I got here because I realized I wasn't exactly sure where I was going. So I was trying to find the information for my place. And I come off the bus and I'm asking someone about, where it is. And I turn around and I see someone holding a sign for me. Oh, I was so happy. They had actually sent a driver from one of the adventure tour agencies to pick me up. So that was remarkable. I got here and was immediately shown 2 rooms to choose from. Alcino is the owner of Alcino Inn. Very, very nice guy. We actually had a funny moment because I had asked him about, where I should find a restaurant. And he said, oh, we're going to go in a few minutes. I said, great. So I'll go with you. And then I said, so where is the restroom? And I thought that we were sharing restrooms because I think some of the rooms have shared restrooms. And he says, no, not here. I don't have one here downtown. I'm like, no, where's the restroom? I can't go to the restroom downtown. That's too far. And he said, oh, I thought you meant restaurants. So then he joked a little bit and said, yeah, the restroom's in the river. But fortunately, it's not. It's actually right here in my room. So very quick sweep of my room. It's very beautiful.
quite content up here. I have a beautiful view of the garden, so I'll be enjoying that tomorrow, but just wanted to quickly type a video and let you know where I am, and a little bit more on the situation back in Salvador. The power is actually unrelated, we're hoping, so that should be back on soon. To the major factor that's going on right now, and that is that Salvador is actually low on water. They had a pipe that burst this week. At Fumasa Falls, you can see it behind me. It's really high up here. It took us about 2 hours to hike here. Let me see if I can show you some of the terrain. You see the waterfalls, and then you see a very huge and vast valley. I don't know how well you can hear me, but I just wanted to show you this. It was a hike. So, there I am at video to check in. I'm out dining today in Windsor. You can see how they have the setup for al fresco dining in the cobblestone streets. It's actually pretty awesome. One of my favorite things about staying in the town. So, just out to dine solo. I'm actually not feeling too well today. My lymph nodes are probably swollen. I have a sore throat. Not because I have a cold, but because the physical exertion of the hike most likely induced a flu-like response. So just trying to recover and take it easy. So it's actually my first time leaving the house today, and it's about 6 o'clock. But I made it out to have a meal I've been looking forward to. Carne de sol with puree de alogora con gorgonzola, which basically means puree of pumpkin with gorgonzola cheese. So, looking forward to a brighter day tomorrow, but just wanted to check in with you and let you know where I am on the trip. I kind of used the day to go through pictures, read a couple of books on my e-reader, and did some chatting on social media. Probably going to spend some time this evening just thinking about next steps with the business and the coaching program that's coming up. So, never a lost moment. Evening. I am still in Chapada Diamantina. I'm doing so much better than yesterday, and I've had the most amazing day. Today, I'd like to talk about bottling happiness. If I could bottle the happiness that I feel right now, oh, I'd give it to everyone, and I would take a whiff of it every single morning. So, what changed for me? Yesterday, I was pretty tanked after doing that 12-kilometer hike at Fumasa Falls. So I just rested the entire day. I left at about 6 p.m. to get dinner. Didn't like my first dinner. Didn't want to be offensive. Ate what I could, paid for it, went to dinner again. Came back and went to sleep. So not too much to talk about. Today I went down to breakfast. Noticed someone there speaking English, started having a conversation with him, ended up hanging out the entire day. He said, I've got to take you to meet the Doña at my house. And so we went there, and she just poured into my spirit. It was amazing. It just felt like this is what I'm supposed to be in Brazil for. It was beautiful. It just confirmed everything that I'm doing, and for someone who doesn't know you to be able to just look into your eyes and see who you are, oh my God, I can't even convey to you the power of that conversation, but it was very magical. So she made us lunch, and then she offered a place for me to take a nap, and afterwards we had acai and coffee. And then another person I had met back in Salvador during my walking tour had mentioned coming to Chapada, so he emailed me and ended up having dinner with him and his friends, and they were from San Francisco, he's from Australia, and we had an awesome dinner. And it's one of those things you hear when people backpack, like, oh, we'll meet up in this city, we'll meet up in that city, but no, we actually did, and we had a great time. I'm just so filled with happiness today. I've literally been on the go from probably 8 till this morning until 9 this evening. It's been a wonderful day. I feel like I've done what I came here to accomplish, and I can just take the rest of the trip in stride, but know that I accomplished my mission. So what I learned today is if a place is really calling to you, just go, and don't be super specific about how the purpose shows up. It will. So I've had an absolutely fantastic day. Tomorrow, I have the option of getting up and going on a tour around the town of Lençóis to a few waterfalls, or staying and relaxing and maybe meeting up with a friend again. And I think I'm going to opt for the latter. I just don't want to push it. Having swollen lymph nodes yesterday wasn't good, and I just don't want to push it. So I will probably relax and then leave Lençóis around 1 p.m. But I can say that Lençóis has been just an amazing time for me, probably my favorite part of Bahia, and I'm super happy to have really met and connected with people here. So that's all for tonight. I will talk to you soon. Goodbye. I am winding down my time in Lençóis, and this place is amazing. Today, we actually did a walkthrough of a place where I had envisioned holding a retreat last year. So that was a pretty powerful moment. I took lots of pictures that I will share. I just had a marvelous time here. I'm going to get ready to take my things down to the bus station and pick up my lunch to go. And I just wanted to share one last view. This is from my room, looking outside into the garden. Just a very, very, very special place. So, talk to you soon. Have a great day.
Just wanted to say hello from Pellegrino. It's my second to last day, and I'm back here with a friend. Behind me, you can see Casa de Jorge Amado. And if we go this way, in the blue house, where looks like there's somebody standing outside of the window, that is actually where Michael Jackson shot a video with Olaju. So they sell a lot of his paraphernalia there. And continuing on, you see the rest of Pellegrino, and it would head up into San Antonio. Let's see, the church is a church that was built by slaves after they were not allowed to go to the main churches in the area. And that is the square of Pellegrino. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.